afternoon, good evening. And for anybody on the other side of the planet, good morning. You know, I really hope this didn't get screwed up. Can you hear me? Because that volume doesn't seem to be going very loud. It looks like you put it in the right spot because it came up and recognized it, but testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Yep, that is definitely way too quiet. So, well, I wasn't really saying much, but yeah, I'm aware that you can't hear me.
Did you? Oh, did you enable it in Windows?
It's enabled. It's working. It's recognizing the voice is coming through, but it's not loud enough. So how about this? Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3.
The other mic was super sensitive.
And I have to turn this on maximum. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that looks like it's better. Testing my microphone. Trying to get my sound to work properly. Is it like clear? Loud enough? Too loud? Too quiet? Okay, let's try this again. Well, I can't remember all the settings that I did, and I maximized the stuff in the hammock. So I think it's just going to have to settle for right now. Because if I do anything else to it, it might completely screw it up. Oh, maybe that's it. I did have some effects going on. Testing, testing. No, echo cancellation's not showing up. Well, whether something's supposed to or not doesn't seem to matter for this. Bit squeaky. Didn't you say it was a bit squeaky when I played with it before? And I never really solved that problem. It'll help if I disable the new one, so it's not trying to pick stuff off of that. Although I thought I had it muted. Nope, apparently not. Good. Oh, that allowed me to turn on echo cancellation too, and lateral sound cancellation. Well, hopefully. Noise quality, as in better or worse? Yeah, Crystal's commenting. Okay, good, better. Yeah, she bought me a mic. It's a USB mic, and when we were testing it out, it had like serious echo, and I wasn't in the mood to play around with the settings to try to get it to work perfectly, so I said to hell with it and went back to my old mic. And I'm eating breakfast while I stream. So, are you ready to watch Conan Exiles Isle of Siptah porn style? Because check this out. Porn! Check out this dude's outfit. Okay, maybe I should move into the sunlight so you can see a little bit better.
Oh my god!
That is a serious S&M style outfit. and the butt flap and everything, it's just, I mean, they went Egyptian in style, and I changed the coloring a little bit because the coloring did look like, where's he at? This guy, my thrall, with the purple things, so you can see the color variations. And that looks, total porn, ready for some nasty adult versioned business. Yeah. We are on the old mic right now because I could not get the new mic to do what it was supposed to without playing around with it too much. And I know there's settings in the OBS that I could play with, but I really just was not in the mood to deal with it right now. Yeah, total dungeon master. Actually, to me, this more looks more like a dungeon slave type of an outfit, but but that's my personal opinion. Actually, you might have gotten some of that from me. I'm sorry if I'm kind of mumbling through my food. Very rude of me. But I'm one of those people that believes that everybody should be allowed, if they want to walk around naked, if they want to, even in public, even in front of kids or whatever, because it would eliminate the entire nudity and people being ashamed of their bodies. Because, hey, there's all kinds of body types out there, good, bad, ugly, beautiful, and it would be less of a stigma if everybody walked around showing more flesh and didn't make a big deal out of it, you know? Why is that? Oh, be right back. Wife wants soda. Right, right. I slight change of subject from that, but kind of on the same topic. There was some actors, and you know the black and the N word and all the stigma around that. And I think it was Morgan Freeman who was saying, "Do you want to eliminate racism and the N word being a problem in media, movies, and all that kind of stuff? Stop talking about it. Stop pointing it out as a big deal, and eventually it will go away and stop being a big deal." Kind of along the same lines. I have no idea what I'm doing on this character right now. Oh, I was going to make a torturer's table. How do I make a torturer's table? Torture. 25 steel bars. 50 shaped wood.
This way I don't have to lean over you to see what you're talking.
Okay. Need both wood and iron. Gotcha. No problem. See my pet turtle? He does absolutely nothing. Except for getting in the way. See, I can't walk past him and through him. So he is a peck. Out of the way! Peck! And my pet crocodile, Hook. And of course, you've seen my thrall, Dog Boy. I had other thralls training. Looks like my carpenter is done. Looks like my other fighter is done. So I can put my carpenter on my carpenter's bench. Maybe get a few extra recipes from him that way. Good, good, good. We can make bark. Good, good.
Oh, Fritz, that's a good name.
They killed Fritz! Those lousy, stinking yellow fairies! You despicable animal warmongers! You killed Fritz! Take that, and that, and that! I need to get that soundbite. Can't believe you remember that.
Hey man, I'm okay. Look, I'm not dead, I'm okay.
Man, there you go. Raining on my parade, costing me medals. Damn!
Pew!
I'm sorry, but for some reason, in that movie, that particular scene is just my favorite of all time. It might not be my favorite movie of all time, but that scene and that dialogue is my favorite of all time. Oh, I'm sure I can get the soundbite. It wasn't too difficult to get. My only concern is copyright problems if I put it as a soundbite on my stream. Because I've had a couple of my videos when I post them on YouTube have complained that the "Hello Darkness, my old friend" is copyright infringement and they won't let me monetize. So I flipped them the bird and deleted the videos. Game freeze! I just restarted my computer, you dumb, stupid daikini. I tried, but the editor wouldn't let me do it because the videos were too long. They were like 6 and 8 hours long for those days. There was 2 different videos they complained about. And I decided I didn't really want to deal with the hassle of editing it out every time. So I took those sound bites off of my sound alerts so they can't even be used anymore. And I'll just have to replace them with something else. Like Fritz and the lousy stinking yellow fairies.
We would record our own soundbite and do it ourselves.
I thought about that. I'm pretty sure I could do a karaoke version of Hello Darkness, my own friend. My old friend, sorry. With my own voice. And they wouldn't be able to complain about it because, you know, it would be me singing. And it would be a cover. And as far as I know, you don't need permission to do covers. You might have to reference who you're covering. I can't remember which one the other one is that they complained about.
Oh, I showed her the mock-up picture that I have.
Take that, you fiend. Die like the dog you are. Pretty sure I didn't really need to kill these things. But then again, there's nothing saying I can't kill these things. I came out here to collect iron and wood so that I can make a torturer's bench.
Your lovely armor.
In my lovely porn armor.
It's a lovely day for a picnic. I'll bring you the other mic for you.
I'll play with it someday. Someday, not Sunday. Someday.
Well,
And get it working.
it sounded like it was working really good, except for, you know, the echo and the frickin'
Darkness! descends upon the land.
Uh-oh, it's nighttime.
Yeah,
Twilight time. It's early nighttime. It's twilight.
the island doesn't seem to get nighttime. I've been carrying around torches and they seem to be useless. Except in dungeons. Woohoo! Hey, dog boy, carry some shit, will you? You need some food.
Give him some bugs. Like bugs, right?
No, he will not eat bugs. He has standards.
Oh.
Out of the way, heck.
Why is there no thing right there?
What's that thing?
Floor piece.
Right where?
Right next to the Wheel of Pain.
Because I haven't put one in?
Well, it was there before, I thought.
No, it wasn't.
You've got a patch of grass there.
Got Apache grass, yeah. That's me, Mr. Apache Grass. You know how it goes. Oh,
You know,
right.
if you hum a few bars.
You asked for it.
Exterior decorating.
She doesn't like the fact that my entire base is a tiny little shack and all my tools and stuff are outside.
No, she's harassing me. Or,
I started another level here and I was probably going to move a lot of the building material stations, crafting stations down here. But as you can see, I have not made it very far. I'll get to it eventually. Uh-oh, I need fool. Make me some shipped wood. I gave you wood, didn't I? Did I forget to get it from Bozo here? I did!
yeah, well, that's why his are all mismatched. He just does what he has. He's throwing it where he wants to throw it.
Hey, I got space here to throw like 2 more. I could actually put the torturer's bench over here, you know. That's what I've been doing in this one. I haven't been caring how exactly I place things. I've just been placing them.
He's mad at
Not
the
important.
other game anyway.
I wouldn't say I'm mad at it, but yeah, I'm kind of mad at it. Kill my character off, will you?
And make you lose your body twice in one day?
Make me have to restart rebuilding all my stuff from the beginning? Lose 2 of my powerful epic weapons? You asshole!
This game, but on the main area.
Yeah, my main character on the other map went into a dungeon. It was kind of a one-way door type thing. You have to get keys. You have to kill off these bosses to get the keys to get through the first door. Then you have to kill off some more bosses to get the key for the second door. Then you have to kill off another boss to get the key for the third door. And there's a boss in there that you don't really need to fight, and she hits like a Mack truck. A 3-hit combo and your character's dead. Boom. Out of commission. I made it past her once. My thrall almost died. So I got past her. I went further down into the dungeon. Audrey looked up the dungeon for me to see how hard the final boss is, and he sounded nastier and meaner and harder. So I said, to hell with it, I'm not going any further. Turned back around, that same first chick that almost kicked my ass was back. I tried running past her, she aggroed, did her 3 combo on me, boom, I'm dead. So I tried to get some help from some other players. By the time they even showed up to help, my corpse was already decayed and all my stuff was gone and lost. So we went in again. Anyway, just to see if, there was a good reason. There was supposed to be some armor recipes that were really cool and stuff inside. What do? I get to the lady that hits like a Mack truck, and she kills me again, and I'm the guy with all the keys.
They have to.
So the rest of the party couldn't even get out of the dungeon. So they went through, completed the entire thing, could not find the back door to escape quickly in the boss room, or in the boss area. They ended up logging their characters out and then back in, and it put them back at the front of the dungeon so they could get out. Which really pisses me off because they could have done that the second time to help me get back in. We could have made sure everybody had keys to get through all the doors, and I might have been able to get my second corpse back. So I wouldn't have lost my second legendary weapon. I would have only lost one. So yeah, I'm sad about that character right now. I know, that was a long and involved story. That's what I get for being an explorer and going into dungeons that I don't know and getting my ass whooped.
I keep thinking I might want to play the game, but I don't know how well I can do the fighting.
I'll get you a thrall. The thrall will do all your fighting. If you want to go someplace and get a recipe, you'll go with me. Our two thralls will do most of the fighting. You can just stand back and watch.
Well, I can blank out.
OBS is having some sort of problem.
Still showing the image.
Yeah?
But all your chat's gone.
Well. Let's see if I can refresh this. Nope. Nope.
Okay. Might be a problem with fighting your screen. It's working okay so far. You got your chat back for a second. And now it's gray. Oh, both Flatner followed you?
Uh-huh. A couple days ago. There was that other guy we were running around with, Sergeant Francois. So I found him and followed his channel the other day too. Yesterday.
Still going though. I can still hear him on my computer though.
So what crashed exactly? All of Twitch? The OBS? Did you stop hearing me? Oh, you crashed. Okay. So at least you got the whole story. I don't have to repeat that because I don't want to repeat that. It's already too painful.
Well, we don't have the money for me to get the game anyway, so.
I know what you mean. I played that little bit of Squadrons the other night, and it was freezing and lagging on my computer pretty bad. Well, not bad, but there was a couple spots where it froze. And then up to about an hour ago, I was playing Star Wars Battlefront, and it was giving me some game freezes. So I rebooted my computer so that we could start over with the rusted computer before I started streaming.
Conan Exiles. I might like the building and some of the fighting. Might die a lot though.
She's only really considered it because she's been watching me. She's been interested in some of the stuff I've been doing.
And I could run around with him.
And I keep running into problems where it would have been really useful to have one friend. And she could be that friend, you know. Let's get some meat off of this one. My thrall does not have enough meat.
I was already bad spending money on his mic. It wasn't a lot, but I wanted to make sure he had his birthday present when it was a good price. Now we just have to make it work. He wanted a stand-up mic, not one like mine. So,
Excuse me.
unfortunately, the only ones they had that did that were USB mics.
Yeah, a couple days after yours.
Yeah, it had a $5 off coupon on the mic, so I'm like, well, sold.
Beep. Beep beep. Beep 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 beep. Beep 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 beep. Well, that is one of my typical answers, $1 million. And you know, if you get lucky and buy a winning lottery ticket, you know, you could actually get that $1 million. Anyway, I don't know what I want. I'm so money broke right now and behind on bills that it's not even fun. I'm not even really thinking about buying stuff for myself. Even though I kind of am anyway. Man, this game is glitching out bad. Rocks disappearing. Oh, I need some coal. My furnace is going to run out of coal. Well, I don't think I need any more expansion packs for this game. Another game would be super awesome.
Better camera?
I'm not making any money streaming really, so I'm not really worried about the camera. I'll have to think about what game is looking good for me right now. I have several on my wish list on Steam. I don't know if you can see my wish list.
What expansion you say you wanted?
I didn't say expansion. I was thinking game.
What kind of game?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I can't even think about what kind of games I have. on my wish lists anymore at the moment. So I don't even know which one I would request. You know, that game freeze is really getting annoying. It's probably worse because the Isle of Siptah is not fully finalized. Out of the way, Peck! You stupid turtle.
What'd you name the turtle?
Peck. Keeps getting in the damn legs. Oh my god, the rubber banding is killing me.
You do get a lot more rubber banding in this one than the other one, don't you?
A lot more. Silver and gold, silver and gold.
Really, I must try to burn my fingers and eat my pizza with a fork.
Whatever floats your boat.
With my savory cheese that I love.
Okay, I have the wood. $25 steel bars, 25 twine.
I wonder if Rex Nebula or Ginger Bender would work to work. Unfortunately, it's actually older than.
I don't know, but saying the words gender bender is kind of, pornographic.
It's by the same people who did Monkey Island series. In the middle of it, he gets a sex change somehow. More like a magical sex change sort of thing.
Well, yeah, that's a gender bender. Apparently there's an entire porn industry revolving around that whole concept.
You're just into the porn comments today, huh?
I can't help it. I mean, look at this outfit. I will let you know when I take a look at my list again. Oops. When I was down by the river, I should have got me some water. Ocean water. Full of salt and vinegar.
Oh, that's cool. Hope he gets it.
Patreon. Do you guys actually have a Patreon account? I know, I pronounced it slightly different that second time. That's how I would pronounce it. Patreon. Patreon. That sounds like a handy job. kind of figured with some of your art stuff that you would actually set up a Patreon to show off some of your stuff.
What is Patreon?
I told you.
Is that the art one, or was there?
Well, it can be just about anything. It could be art, it could be music, it could be advice that you're giving away to people, and you set up rewards for people who subscribe.
Oh.
You can offer certain things for free that people can access no matter what, but then you could set up other things that they would have to pay a monthly fee to gain access to, but you'd have to make it worth paying that monthly fee.
I would do a combination of things.
So like, I know this one lady keeps doing like cat memes, inspirational animal memes or something like that. So she puts some sort of inspirational quote on the meme and then puts some sort of a furry animal in the picture for part of it, and that's her Patreon.
I would do drawings and photographs that people could draw from, you know. Things they can add to their pictures and whatnot.
What do you mean consistently draw? Some of these Patreon people are only adding something once or twice a month. She says podcasts, art, game creators, music makers, all sorts of stuff.
I saw that.
Oh.
I got text over here.
That's right.
I would have to make you translate more.
You have a tabulette open and active and useful stuff. Okay, well, I'm not going to get the torture thing right away, so I might as well go visit the vault. Oh wait, I was waiting for food to cook,
Well,
so my thrall didn't starve to death.
yeah, that. Pissy at art. I mostly get pissy at my hand. I think I'm gonna have to, when I do paint sessions, I'm gonna have to like limit it to like 2 hours probably.
Lots of people limit their streams, and of course some of them stream multiple times a day. So
Even though I've had pain pills today for my freaking migraine, my wrist is hurting all the way to my elbow.
I suppose getting pissy at art could cause a problem. Oops. Let's not exhaust myself before our fight begins.
That would be bad. Wouldn't be able to see
Get him, dog boy.
That's one you told us about, right? The one you follow and like?
You bastard.
It's alright.
Just for that, I'm going to
I
take
forget
the raw
things, too.
meat.
You probably inherited that part from me. The ditz factor.
You know, could I do the streaming where I criticize and critique and give commentary, but I don't actually have any art of my own because I suck? Can I do that? I've actually considered a couple of times doing some D&D advice type streams, because that's apparently a big thing at the moment. There's people who are getting thousands of views and followers by giving advice on how to be a GM and how to be a player and appreciate your GM. And I listened to one guy, I think it was yesterday or the day before, Um, and he was talking about how to make your campaign world because, okay, when I started thinking about doing this streaming stuff, I thought about, posting information about my campaign, but apparently it's too popular. Everybody has their own customized campaign, and so if there's 1,000 GMs in the world, then there's probably 500 of them that have created their own customized campaign. So there's way too many out there. Mine would get lost in the shuffle unless I can somehow make it as unique and interesting as Forgotten Realms or Dragonlance or something like that.
I just need to find a way to publish the books and get it out there for people to read, notice.
But anyway, I was listening to this guy talking about the advice he was giving. And he's like, how to make your campaign world seem vibrant and alive. And I'm like, no, that's bad advice. You don't know what you're talking about. What the hell are you talking about? You don't need to do all that crap. Because he's talking like, okay, so have like 2 cataclysmic events. And a cataclysm could be anything. It could be like a volcano blowing up. It could be a tsunami. It could be an earthquake or something like that. Don't have them go off at the same time. Just think about them and have them go off sometime in your world. And then have 2 like birth of a nation events. Clan or groups of villages are getting together, creating their own nation and government, and that's an event that's going to occur at some point. Then have at least one death of a leader somewhere in the works that's going to happen. And to make this important enough for the PCs to care about, they need to know this leader. They need to meet him and like him, and for it to be impactful for them. Otherwise, they're just gonna. Otherwise, they're just gonna be like, "Oh no, the king we've never heard of and we've been paying taxes to finally died to an assassin. Who the f cares?" So, while some of those events I agree are good ways to make your campaign feel alive, he was setting this up as like steps that you have to follow, and these are the things and events that I think you can do to make it interesting. You can do your own events, but he was insisting that the events were important. And I'm just like, no, you don't need to do all that. And, well, you really don't have to, like, he's like saying you don't really have to put a lot of work into them because they don't have to be in the forefront of players' knowledge and information and stuff. They're kind of going to be in the background for some of it. But, like, let's say one of these nations is going to go to war. How do they pay for the war? So they're going to have, they're going to raise their taxes, and so the players are going to be like, oh, you're coming into town, what's your business? Well, yeah, I see you're carrying a sword, so you're going to have to pay the new sword tax. And the players are going to be like, what? Sword tax? We were just here the other day. We didn't have sword tax. Oh, well, rumor is that, we're going to war and the Duke needs money or the King needs money, and this is how he's doing it. He's going to raise some taxes. So that's the part that's going to impact the players, is they're going to see the effects of this world event with NPCs who are talking about it, how it's going to change the game world a little bit to make it feel more vibrant and alive. And I'm just like, no. You don't need all that. I mean, as a person, you can have some of that stuff in the back of your mind as ideas and things that are going on, but you really only need to bring them to the forefront when the players come across it. So sure, you could have something interesting like an earthquake or whatnot, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a planned event. You could just be like on the fly, like, oh, there's an earthquake and the village has slid down this hillside from a mudslide, and some people are trapped, and it opened up a warren to some sort of dungeon of monsters or something like that. I mean, some of it could lead to interesting stuff, but it's stuff that the GM keeps in the back of his mind. He doesn't really have to, put it in the forefront like this guy was saying. And it doesn't even have to be a have to, you know? So I was like thinking, I could do stuff like that. I could give advice about Dungeons and Dragons because I played and I GM'd, and people seem to like my GMing style. And I could give some points that people can avoid and things that they can focus on to make the game fun for both the GM and the players.
Not have 20 to 30 minutes of turns for combat.
I also thought about doing like when Crystal, when you mentioned like a drive-through dungeon mastering, I've been trying to rack my brain for a way that I could actually do that in real life. GM without actually GMing.
Did you see your last comment?
Doing a drive-through GM. Well, perhaps, and has your stuff that you've published gotten a lot of notice? And how have you published it? Just on those forums, or are you like doing
Articles.
videos and broadcasts, or what?
She used to write articles.
I know she used to write articles, but is that the only way that she's been doing it? That's my question. So that doesn't really answer my question. Did you get a lot of people visiting it, looking at it? Did you get a lot of traffic? Would it be something that you would consider worthwhile to stream?
Well, come on, dogs. You got the rest. Chewie was uncertain about the pizza I gave her, and now she's like, I want more.
Sharp puck are yours. Whitler and terror, fool.
Oh, motherfucker. That was a pain. I knew that was going to happen the last time I came in here.
Taste your throat.
Just run into something big and bad.
No, he knocked me off the balcony, and it caused me to aggro another one.
Oh, no.
Have you nothing better, pup? Whimper and terror, fool. You will never return to your den.
Oh, shit, the die 20 not come.
Soon my teeth will taste your throat.
Yeah, you might as well do your own. I agree. So, how does this sound for like an idea? You can give me your opinion about this. What if somebody like me, hint hint, was to make a video, and the video would be like an intro to a D&D campaign. So, for example, your characters, I'm just going to go with an old storyline right now because it was fun and it worked and everybody loved it. So, your character is accused of a crime. Whether they committed the crime or not, you can add that into the backstory. Or if you were falsely accused, that could be part of your backstory. That's fine. And keep in mind, this is me doing a um, short GMing. You know, just a little bit at a time, and not actually GMing and running actual people through a campaign. So your character is accused of a crime, and you're put on a boat. And it was elves who accused you. You were in elven lands, and they captured you. They apprehended you. They took all of your possessions away from you, and they put you on a boat and shipped you off to a different world, a different continent. Whereby, when you get to that location, they do not pull up to the shore. They do not. But,
Subscribe.
oh, hey, thanks for the subscription. Awesome. My second subscriber of all time. You know that makes you special, right? In a good way. Cool. Shield should block that.
Are yours?
So anyway, your characters are not dropped off on shore. The boat stops a good,
Terror, fool.
quarter mile, half a mile from shore, throws you into the water.
Oh, are those? Does she have your emotes on there? Your skulls?
Yeah.
Awesome.
And it doesn't matter whether your character can swim. You can roll some swim checks to see whether your character is partially drowning. And I can give like DCs, difficulties for the check. And I can even hand out, if you succeed in the check, you get X amount of experience. If you fail, you get half that or something. Because I'm sorry, even failing at something, you get an experience for doing it. And if you start to drown, you feel hands grabbing a hold of you from underwater and pushing you to the surface so that you can get air, and pushing you towards the shore, where you find other groups of humans, well, humanoids, all non-elves, of course, who help you ashore, put blankets around you to keep you warm, and escort you into the jungle that is right off of the beach, telling you to hurry up, get out of range, because the elves are being dicks and shooting catapults at all the swimmers, and, just being plain jerks. And at that point, I could end the description and be like, tell me what you do with your characters. Do you do anything special? Do you follow people into the forest? Do you stay on shore? Do you try to, pick up rocks and throw them at the ships? And I don't know. Give me ideas of what you do with your characters. And I could end the stream right there and wait for people to either fill out in a forum and the chat underneath what they do, and I could kind of guide a campaign that way. And then each time I get on in the session, I'll give a little bit of information, enough for people to know what's going on with their characters, and the campaign will be guided by the consensus. So if, say, 50 people comment, but 60% of them say they go direction number 1 instead of direction number 2, then I guide the campaign that everybody went direction number 1 because that's what the consensus was. They could do their own rolling at home. They could have their own moderator for combat scenes. So in a scene, I could say you get jumped by a winter wolf. It's a single winter wolf. You guys figure out the combat from there. End of stream. Get back on, find out, let's say that I claim that it's a party of 5 people, and the consensus of people get to tell me how many people survived, and I can tell them the experience and how much they get for surviving. If they die, if they get resurrected, players could do their own house rules. And I'm just kind of guiding the campaign. I'm not really GMing. It would be good for those people who don't have ideas. And it would be good for me because I have plenty of ideas, but I don't have the time to actually run characters and people through a campaign. I was thinking YouTube, because that would give people plenty of time to put comments in the bottom, and not everybody would be able to show up on the stream at the same time. So it would give a wider range of people the chance to respond, finalize their combat if there's a combat that came up, or something like that. And they could come up with their own rules of if a character dies, another character is introduced into the party. They could even have the party as large or small as they want. So let's say I do an encounter where the Winter Wolf shows up, but that's too easy for the number of players that they have. So the Arbiter, the GM on their end of things, that gets to watch the combat and the dice rolls and runs the bad guys, would say, okay, one werewolf is going to be too easy for you guys, so I'm throwing in 2 werewolves. And then they can deal out the experience at that point. It kind of occurred to me because there's a couple of sites that I've found, play by post, where it kind of does the same thing. Now, I did think of a way that I could do it on stream, but it would be like a poll. And I would have to have a poll there where people were watching and they could vote. My character goes left, or my character attacks the darkness, or stands there with their thumb in their mouth and just watches to wait to see what the fighter does, or to see if the bard seduces the dragon, or things like that.
Set up figures for our too.
Well, I wouldn't be doing the combat, so they don't need figures.
It'd be fun if you did it live, though.
It would, but then I would actually have to have a group of players.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to avoid the group of players part. Because as well as everybody else does, anybody who's playing D&D, that combat is what takes the longest amount of time out of anything. So, I could even set it up so that I'm in contact with the Arbiter on the player's end of things, and I could give that GM private information and abilities and spells that the bad guys have that he can keep a secret from the players and spring on them all of a sudden. And I could actually have several groups of players going through something like that. So if I did it as a live stream, I think I'd actually have to have groups of players. And then they would be the only ones that could have access to that poll and be able to vote. And then the consensus of where, let's say that there's 3 different groups, the direction that 2 out of the 3 decide to go, that's the direction all of them go for my end.
You nothing better, pup.
She said if you do it on YouTube, YouTube. She'll just put it on her site.
Well, it's an idea, and I haven't finalized. I haven't even figured out exactly how I would do it, because I don't know. It's kind of complicated, and yet at the same time, difficult. I don't know. There's a lot of things that I would have to figure out, and I think the only way that I could test it is by getting a group of people to test it with me, and see if we could figure out something that works. And those testers, of course, might end up being my actual groups that are running around. And I could even do it so that the groups could go in different directions, and I could just give different information to each group, but then my streams would have to be on different times of different days for each group, and I could just be guiding them through what my campaign world looks like while they deal with the details. I mean, in a way, it kind of makes me a lazy GM, but at the same time, it's just makes me an idea monger for GMs who struggle with ideas and keeping the interest of their players. And it makes it so that they could have their own custom rules without having to live with what my idea of the perfect campaign is.
Let the dog out. You can do those posts that streams where you explain to people how you do it.
I can do that, and that's the YouTube thing where I'm just giving tips and hints and stuff on how to GM. And those I can easily do. I just need to come up with ideas of what to talk about, have an actual list that I go through, some talking points, important talking points, that sort of thing. And yes, that kind of thing I can do. Oh, I forgot about some stuff on the other end of the dungeon. Too busy talking and I forgot about some of the hidden stashes of chests.
Soon my teeth will taste your throat.
Soon my axe will taste your blood. Give me some Eldarian, dickheads.
We get that painting done, you can, I'll scan it and fuck. Set it up so you can do it, sell it however way you want to. Not about photoshopping it, but I think I'd rather do traditional art.
What are we talking about?
That painting, that idea for a painting I showed you. not sure where you want to put it.
I don't know.
Put it back here where the lady is. Behind your ass.
Could do that.
Move her somewhere else. It's very purple blended.
Purple seems to be a theme.
Alright, it does it. Got a cough now.
Me too. I'm tired of you coughing. Okay. I know my thrall leveled. Jack of all trades. +1 to all stats? Well, that sucks. I've had a jack of all trades get +2 to all stats. Must be because he's a weaker thrall. You weak ass ninny. How dare you be such a weak ass ninny? You hurting yourself, dear? Stop hurting yourself, dear.
You will never return to your dead. Whimper in terror, fool.
Yeah, whimper in terror, you fool. I bring materials. I did not, but there are some in here. Steel bars. F you.
Are you stealing bars?
I don't have any steel bars.
You have Spartans.
I can't steal what I don't have. That's what I'm saying. I don't have any stolen bars. I know, that's not what I said. Kill him, dog boy. Kill him. Ow. How many times are you going to teleport there, punk? Ow, that would hurt. Need my stamina back. Don't die, thrall boy. That's new armor you're wearing.
It's black and white, clear as crystal. You get nothing.
Nothing! You lose!
Are yours?
Why isn't anybody complaining about that? That's copyrighted from the movie.
It's almost like pushing it on that thing.
Yeah. Yes. Fuck.
Dog boy got the shit beat out of him.
Yeah, which is weird because this is better armor than he was wearing the last time we were in here. He's getting hit harder? I don't get it. I do not understand. Or maybe some of that damage is because he leveled up. He got more hit points.
Then you have to let him get it all back before.
Well, this is the end of the dungeon, so there are no more bad guys. Vault boss is defeated. All I have to do is loot these final chests.
And look at the crystal ball again.
Oh, just in case some of my viewers haven't seen this video yet.
I'm surprised because I haven't viewed it. But you know, the body creep over now. Actually shows people watching today. No, antibiotics kind of looks a little bit better.
Why is there nothing in this chest? Oh, because I've already gotten the seal. That does look better than yesterday. Yesterday it was red and angry. Now it's just red and sad. And forth and side to side. Blame your mother for that joke.
It was front and side to side, but that's okay.
You don't say back and front, you say back and forth. Nobody says back and front. Dung!
We had
Let's
to
carry
start
30
grounding the
pounds
dogs
worth
to
of
get them used
dung.
to that.
Get them used to what?
Not leaving the yard. Unless we ignore them too long.
They're still shits about it.
Especially Coda.
That, folks, is the Bat Vault. Isle of Siptah. Middle eastern end of the island. On the map, right over here. Nope, right over here. Don't even know where I am. So, the middle would be here. So, we're down here between 8 and 9.
Yeah, they're supposed to be cups, so very
Right on the line of NO89. Right in the corner, practically. NO89. Fairly easy vault. As you've seen, my thrall is only level 10. First time I went through it a couple days ago, he was only level 8. I am only level 45. All my stats are not maximized. So, pretty easy vault to deal with. Yeah, we're in the boonies, so there are some vehicles that pass by us, but not as many as yours.
And a school bus, quest day.
So, in our front yard, you've seen it, it's pretty big. So the dogs have a little bit of room where they can run around without going into the street, but that does not stop them from actually going into the street. Anyway, We want to explore. We don't know the danger. Those cars can avoid us, right? They're not going to cause us harm, right? Steel.
Can't make steel yet.
Sure I can. I'm making steel. Even as we speak, I am making steel. Yep. We have grand plans about finishing the fence around this yard, but of course that is a slow process. Long and involved, slow process. And we have not taken any time the last 2 years to do any kind of fencing. Mostly because both of us are having difficulties going outside and doing stuff.
Looking like his brain. Start working that stuff again. Really?
Oops.
For coworkers, I even can't see too.
Why did I just put all my shit?
You just drop everything on the floor.
I accidentally put it all in the carpenter's bench.
Where'd it go?
Like an idiot. I hit the give all button instead of the repair button. Because my brain is not fully functional. There is something wrong with my skull. I am deficient. This is no laughing matter. Why are you laughing at me? Why so serious? Seriously though. Twine, I'm sure of it. I needed the wood so I could repair my shield. Now you can have the wood back. You can make me some shit with it. Stupid dumb daikini. Yes, that's my new favorite thing. Daikinis. No, black blood does any good. Don't think it's a consumable. No
We got
idea.
Cody on doing quotes from that movie now. After saying why so serious.
Aha. We have ourselves a Joker fan.
I think they do movie quotes as much as we do.
That is kind of sad. Because our movie quoting is kind of sad. I mean, we're amused, but nobody else is.
Hell, they don't understand. They don't know where half the references we have are.
Still have some feral flesh on me. I thought I got rid of all of it.
So you made a fridge yet?
Ooh. I should probably actually set up an alchemy table. So I can start doing some of my alchemy stuff.
I'm gonna pick you up, cat. It hurts too much. I'm also gonna pick him up for me and put him in my lap.
I just don't like him scratching the chair. And he knows I don't like him scratching the chair.
Come on, Kitty. Let's sit up here. Come on. You have to get up on your own. There you go.
White Rabbit, as in Alice in Wonderland, or is this a comic book character?
Kale. I took it out like a cat.
It's too bad you guys have never really watched Farscape, so you can get some of the quotes that I put from that one. White Rabbit is a character in Batman. He's watched Farscape.
We
Wow.
own it.
Wow. Okay.
We own the whole series of the movie.
I'm impressed. He has impressed me more today.
Although it is on Amazon right now, too.
That is not a well-known series, and a lot of people think it's, kind of odd.
about it?
I started watching the Stargate, but for some reason, and I can't even pinpoint the reason why, I could not continue the series. Stargate Atlantis got my interest for a little while, and then again, something about it, I just couldn't keep watching the series. I don't know what, because they're both good series. I don't know, something about them. Something about them just didn't work for me, and I got bored with them or something.
Oh, do they? I'm gonna have to watch it just for that.
Aaron and Crichton both went into SG1 for a little while. I think they were there for 1 or 2 seasons.
Oh my god.
But yeah, renamed the characters, so they're not the same.
Nerds, huh? Of course we are.
Who you calling a nerd? Nerd.
Cat wanted in my lap for 2 seconds.
What in Mississippi? Okay, that's enough attention. Leave me alone. Iron bars, 30 leather.
So, Bryce got me into watching a couple of some of the series, and I finished them, and he hasn't.
What series?
Star Trek, Enterprise, and the other one.
Let's see. Star Trek. I love all the Star Treks, okay? Even back in the days of classical Star Trek, first generation, I liked it. But I can't watch those anymore with all the technology and cool doodads that the newer Star Treks use. So I can't really watch the old ones, especially knowing that when those doors automatically slide open, it's the actors doing the voice, the sound effect. Shh, shh. That's the actor making that noise for the door opening. So, so knowing all of that and seeing all the weirdness about the first Star Trek, I can't watch it anymore, even though it was a great series. Okay. Next Generation, I watched for several years, but I never caught every episode. So I tried starting to rewatch them a couple years ago, and didn't even make it past the first season before I was no longer interested. It's still a great series, but especially with all that, pulling their shirts down, every single actor, because their shirts felt too short.
They started calling it the Picard maneuver.
Star Trek Discovery. I watched the first season.
That's the other one.
But of course, we don't really have access, so couldn't really watch the second season at all. Star Trek Enterprise. I made it all the way through all seasons of Enterprise. Star Trek Voyager. There were quite a few episodes that I saw throughout the years when it was aired live that that I liked and enjoyed. So good series. But again, I tried rewatching them recently, and I couldn't make it past the first 3 or 4 episodes before I stopped again. Deep Space Nine, I absolutely hate.
I never really liked Deep Space Nine either.
That is the one Star Trek I will say I hate. Deep Space Nine. Maybe it's because of all the politics. Maybe it's because of it seemed too much like a soap opera drama. And I don't know. I don't know. There's just something. Maybe I just don't like the characters. Maybe I just don't like the people who wrote it.
I like certain characters in it, and that's about it.
The short lady, um, with the ridges on her nose and the weird ear thing, um, is the only character probably in Deep Space Nine that I like, and I don't even remember her name.
I don't remember who
The
I like anymore.
the taller black guy that was on Deep Space Nine, that's supposedly in charge of the station. I absolutely hated him. Maybe it was his acting, but maybe I just hated his character. But I hated him. And the Ferengi, oh my
Oh my
god,
god.
I just want to beat the shit out of every Ferengi I ever meet from now until the end of time. What other Star Treks were
She's laughing. We both said, "Oh my god," at the same time about the Frankie.
there?
Sure.
I don't know. I can't remember all of them anymore, but yeah, I like Star Trek. Hey, have you heard about some of the new Star Wars things that they're talking about doing? Some interesting times coming.
Oh wow, we still need to get a 3 months so we can watch the rest of Mandalorian.
So they're talking about Anakin's unofficial apprentice Padawan doing a series about her, the girl that has the 2 tentacles thing. I can't remember her name right now. They're talking about doing a series with her. They're talking about doing a series with Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan Kenobi. I really want to see that one as well. And they're talking about a Han Solo series continuing after the Han Solo movie and him before he meets with Luke and stuff during his younger years as a smuggler. I'm interested in that one. They're talking about a series with Luke Skywalker after he defeats Palpatine the first time. So between episodes 6 and 7, doing an entire set of series with him. Of course, a different actor in place of him. They're talking about that guy who plays the Winter Soldier from the Avengers as the actor playing Luke Skywalker. And I've seen some mock-ups about it, and he looks like he'd be a good fit, just because he looks so much like the actor for Luke. Um,
I don't like
so
the original actor anyway.
Mark Hamill, yeah, that's his name. So there's a lot of Star Wars stuff that's coming out that looks super exciting to me as well. I'm really interested in the Apprentice for Anakin, the female lead series, because she's not a Jedi. She's more like a gray Force user. So she uses some of the dark stuff because Anakin was starting to turn to the dark side at that point when he was training her, and the Jedi Order kicked her out, and well, I don't think they officially call them the Gray Jedi. I don't think that's canon. I think that's
Game.
players just talking about there shouldn't be such a black and white between the Force users. You know, you're either good or you're evil. Those are the only 2 choices. What? You can't be in the middle. You can't use a little bit of both. Come on. It just makes sense that you could use a little bit of both. And she is the only character I've heard of that is more like a Gray Jedi. I honestly don't know what is canon and what's not because
They keep changing it.
different books have come out, different comics have come out, and they all have their own storylines that go in different directions. So I really don't know what is and is not canon and what is just like fan art. And Grey Jedi, even in Star Wars The Old Republic, I'm sure you have not really played the game, or if you have, you haven't gotten very far in it. There's lore in there about Grey Jedi. And that is supposed to be canon, and that's supposed to be stuff based from George Lucas himself and some of the notes that he gave them about the universe and stuff was the combining of the good and the bad before the Sith and the Jedi existed. All Force users were one place that were technically considered gray, and it wasn't until they split up that it created the Sith and the Jedi. Oh, they still have it in the Star Wars The Old Republic games. They might be leading away from it, and they might not be advertising it as much, and they might not have continued any more of the storyline forward, but some places are still leading in that direction. I even made a character that was kind of like Darth Maul, uses the staff saber, and he was trying to follow the path of the gray. Some good stuff, some bad stuff. There's scenarios that you can play in the game where you get multiple choices, and it gives you different cutscenes depending on what you choose. And sometimes I would choose the good path, and sometimes I would choose the bad path, and sometimes I would choose the in the middle that's questionable one way or the other. I got harassed by people who were playing straight up hardcore Siths. They're like, you weakling, you have betrayed the Sith Order, blah, blah, blah. It was kind of annoying in the whole role-playing aspect. These people weren't role-playing, they were just being assholes.
Dogs are covered in storms, so I had to spray some air freshener.
I have not smelled anything except for your air freshener.
Yeah, well, Coda's right behind me, so they've been doing it off and on and on.
But it's not steel bars I need, it's iron bars I need. God damn it.
Hey, God's last name isn't Dan, it's Lich around here. I had to change it for your stream.
Right, Lich. So, enough of a nerdgasm there for us. That'll keep us busy for thinking for a while. Food. Need more food for my thrall before I do this.
Think about nerdgasms. I need to really publish my short story so I can read it on screen.
Shredded roast, shredded roast, shredded roast, shredded roast, shredded roast. That should be enough food for the two of us. I hope they reintegrate them because I don't know. Okay. Geeking out here for a moment. If becoming a Jedi and using the Force was an actual thing, I would be gray. I would not be black. I would not be white. I would be gray. I would tend towards the good side, but there are times when
Soon
that
my
heavy
teeth will
hand
taste your
and those
throat.
vicious attacks and chokeholds and lightning strikes and stuff would be necessary, in my opinion, to do the good thing. A little bit of evil to
Never return to your dead.
create a lot more good, you know what I mean? So I would tend towards the good side, but some of those dark powers I would not have a problem with. There must be both dark and light. Right. There is no darkness without light. I will do what I must to keep the balance, as the balance is what holds all life. Well, I'm not quite that hardcore keeping a balance. That means if there's too many people doing good, then you have to do a little evil to balance it out, and I don't subscribe to that. There is no good without evil, but evil must not be allowed to flourish. There is passion, yet peace, serenity, yet emotion, chaos, yet order. I am a wielder of the flame, a champion of balance. I am a guardian of life. I am a Grey Jedi. I can agree with the champion of balance and the guardian of life. Well, yeah, I'm just picking it apart, declaring what I would agree with and disagree with in that code. I agree that evil should not be allowed to flourish because when evil flourishes, then people do not. And people need to be able to flourish. You can't control an empire if everybody in the empire is dead. That doesn't work. And if you keep oppressing and killing all of your people and your subjects, then you're ruling a wasteland. So, yeah. I don't even think evil should be allowed to govern. You find a tyrant or a despot, and they need to be gotten rid of. I mean, you can get rid of them in a nice way, put them in jail, or just exile them or something, but take them out of the seat of power. And you don't have to kill them to do that. But at the same time, if you've tried and tried, and then the only way to get rid of them is to kill them, then by all means, kill them instead of allowing them to continue to reign supreme.
Orange sabers. Wow.
Soon my teeth will taste your throat.
I don't know what the big deal is about the colors of lightsabers. As far as I know, it's the color of the crystals that you can find, and the crystals that you can find in Sith-controlled space are not the same as crystals you can find in Jedi-controlled space, and that's why the Jedi and the Sith have different colored sabers. But as far as their power goes and what the colors mean, they shouldn't mean anything. I saw something the other day, and it might have been something you posted, about what the colors mean. Like one means that you're a force user, one means that you're a warrior, and something like that. And I don't aspire to that. I mean, it's like wearing a badge on your forehead that declares yourself as Jew or something, you know? And that just seems wrong. I wouldn't do it. I'm not going to grab a lightsaber that has a certain color on it because it declares me as a certain type of Force user.
And a rainbow. What a rainbow.
And you know what purple means? That you're Samuel L. Jackson and wanted to have a different colored lightsaber than everybody else.
Yep. He insisted too.
Almost.
I even saw an interview where he bragged about it. He's like, "Yep, I said I wouldn't do it unless you give me a purple saber." We're like, "Okay."
I mean, easy enough for them to do, but for people who are like hardcore Star Wars nerd, they're like, purple? What the hell does purple mean? Purple's got no meaning. There's no purple sabers. What the hell's he trying to say? That he's all the colors combined? Exactly. Purple is Samuel L. Jackson. I mean, nothing against the guy. I love Samuel L. Jackson. He's a great actor, and he seems funny when I've seen him in interviews and stuff. Not that I really watch that sort of thing, so those are accidents, but...
It was an accident when I saw about his too.
Oh, these aren't wolves, these are werewolves.
Yeah, I told you that.
Did you? Was I listening?
Apparently not.
Well, they take damage, so I think we're good.
Soon my teeth will taste your throat. Soon my teeth will
I
taste
have gained a level. I am awesome. Let's see what kind of loot I can get out of these guys from harvesting. Bones, flesh, wolf pelts, exotic flesh. Well, exotic flesh would be nice. I wouldn't mind some exotic flesh. Not so sure about the wolf pelts, but hey.
To make fur out of them. Not that you really need fur in this particular one.
Actually, this one I do need the fur because there's a piece of armor that I can make, but it requires a lot of fur, and it's slightly better than what I'm wearing. Of course, it'll make me look like a Northman. And it's probably less pornographic than what I'm wearing right now.
Or maybe it's more pornographic.
I don't know. I've seen quite a few outfits in this game so far, and I think it might be kind of hard to get more pornographic than this.
Well, it could have, crotch stuff.
Okay, there was an outfit of dude. Okay, as skimpy as the butt flap on this guy is, his was a third this in length, and showed more of his side butt cheeks when he was running.
Oh, was that the one they had a thong on? Looked like he had a thong on?
Yeah, it looked like there was a thong underneath. You occasionally would see it flying up and see his thong. It was quite amusing to watch him.
nothing better, Papa.
Yeah, that was that dude I helped with his purge at his house.
Yeah. Red, blue, red,
Red, green.
What's that?
The Eldarium?
Oh. Stuff you need?
Oh, yeah. Don't know what I need it for yet. I don't have any recipes for it yet, but that's the special metal in this. Beat him down like a bad dog. Maybe I should try skin.
Werewolf. Oh, it's wolf pelt and werewolf pelt.
Yeah, werewolf pelt. That would be kind of cool.
It's like a bed frame.
Looks like an animal pen, like they're caged in there or something.
Well, no, I meant that just that one part looks like, you know, the headboard of bed.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but
Yours.
Your stuff has some number. That is a big crystal ball over there.
it is.
Wow.
Have you nothing better, pup?
Bad dog. I probably shouldn't say that too loud. Our dogs might get the wrong idea. Mm.
Whimper in terror, fool. Have you nothing better, pup?
Alright, gonna need him to heal after this. Wouldn't mind some healing myself, and this is a lever to change some things. What it changes, I don't know.
Maybe to that door.
Somebody's not looting all these chests. So they're not respawning the good stuff.
Can't interact with it, huh?
Doesn't seem to be anyway, too. I haven't checked out Star Trek Online yet. Keep meaning to.
Got a slide. Have you tried sliding that black thing?
It won't let me interact with it.
Well, why can't
Oh,
you push against
this is a climb. Okay, I can climb this. Duh. Do. Grr. Grr. Arg. Evil grr arg. Grr. Gar. Gar. Gar vicious dogs. Again, that go in there though, I'm stuck. Your name is Dog Boy. You should be able to beat some wolves, right? Take that and bleed. Go on, bleed to death. Go on, bleed to death. You too, just bleed to death. You don't need to be messing with me or my thralls.
Oh. With the big crystal balls, do you have any pictures right now?
Not that I've seen so far. Uh-oh, we got trapped inside. That was a swing and a miss.
Hey, bad.
Letting me use this one. Maybe I just clicked on the wrong part of it on the other one.
It wasn't lit up though either.
Well, it opened the inner sanctum.
Big pit. A ladder? Is that a ladder? Like a lever over there. It's lit. Maybe we'll bring the floor up.
I think I need to hit this one, which should raise that to be able to get that one, to be able to open the door.
And you have to jump to it. That looks painful.
If you miss, yes.
You
Yes,
may
it
want
does.
to not carry your axe. Or not.
Yep, I was right. And that's a ladder to climb back out if you miss.
Looks like a hell of a fall though.
Looks like sleeping wolf down there.
Or a dead wolf.
Something's killing wolves down there, so I'm guessing there's a bad vicious.
That opened the doors. On the other side.
Whimper in terror, fool.
Yeah, Winter and Terror. I heard him whimper. He is terrified. 4 or 5 p.m. Mountain Standard. And watch streams while I work easier than in the morning because I sleep in.
I don't do morning ones anymore.
Opposite attract. Look, a loot chest. It's completely useless.
Around standard time, so what time is that here?
For her time is 5 our time. So between 5 and 6 p.m. for us.
Need to learn how to do a Russian accent really well. Male-ish.
What you no, that was good. What you really need to do is watch some good Russian movies.
Yeah, I've been trying actually.
Then the accent easy like walking in the park.
Well, maybe you should read Mishka's lines.
I probably could. I would probably butcher, but you know. Yeah. Alright, got some things I can give my thrall. That'll get rid of some of my encumbrance. You can take the wolf pets and ironstone. What is that, raw pork? Why do wolves have raw pork
I don't know.
as a loot item?
Maybe they're eating pigs.
I'm sure they are, but where are they getting the pigs?
They exist.
Little pig, let me in. Oh,
Red dye.
Oh. No. Oh, damn, it's too dark. Doesn't really show up.
Well, you're in the dark.
Shush you. Fresh cuts of meat. I found their refrigerator. Ah.
Is there a movie with somebody called Dog Boy?
Yep. Name that flick.
I don't know.
Nope, that's not it.
You will never return to your
Can you
death.
tell me? No, I barely remember the ones I like.
Blood of Heroes.
I don't think I've ever watched it.
You have. I forced you to.
No. Forced me to, huh?
Forced is maybe too strong of a word.
Get in this movie because I want to see it.
I convinced you to. You agreed. Can't say you actually enjoyed it. I don't know.
I don't remember what it's about, so. By the title.
The title is very deceiving. So, Rutger Hauer, say his name wrong, sorry, is the captain of a group of sports players that's vicious, a blood sport, in a way, but not a martial arts blood sport, so don't let that confuse you. And him and his team go around from town to town playing this sport, trying to win the dog bone.
Return to your desk.
The ball isn't really a ball, it's the skull of a dog. It's used as the ball.
I vaguely remember something about this.
So one of the characters is a quick. They're the only one that's allowed to touch the skull. So they have to fight against the other opponent's quick. And the object is to grab the skull from the center of the field and take it back to your stake to get the points.
Oh, I do remember. It's been a long time.
And Rutger Hauer and one other person on the team are, I can't remember what the position was considered, but they had those hooked staves. One end was blunted with like a rubber mallet type thing to bludgeon people but not cause serious damage. The other end had a hook on it so you could sweep their legs out from under them and knock them to the ground. And then the last person is a guy with a big chain, a big neck chain that he can twirl around his head and twirl around them and
I
stuff.
remember actually liking the movie, so.
So the guy with the chain is supposed to defend the quick. The other two guys, the guys with the hooks, are supposed to interfere with either the guy on the chain for the other team so the quick can get in there, or knock the quick around, or whatever. They can't touch the ball, but that doesn't stop them from being able to hit the quick. So it's a kind of a bloody contact sport where they can beat the shit out of each other with permission, but the entire objective is to get the skull on the stake. And at the beginning of the movie, Rutger Hauer's quick was called Dog Boy.
Soon my teeth will taste your
I
throat.
recognized it. I should know from where.
But Dog Boy has been in too many games and has taken too many serious injuries and has a permanent limp and is unable to do his job anymore. So they end up leaving him. They don't want to leave him, but they leave him and take a different one in his place. A team they had just beaten. And the girl convinces them that she'd be a better quick and that their current quick is crippled and he's useless and
I remember that, too.
stuff like that. So, I mean, this is post-apocalyptic, so
Yeah.
it's a dog-eat-dog kind of world. Every man for himself kind of a thing. The entire objective of these people who are going from town to town is to get enough impressive skulls from the various villages around that they can petition to play against a city team,
What's the name of the movie again?
the Blood of Heroes. And to play against the city team is considered a huge honor. To even be invited to play, or accepted, I should say. And the objective is for each team member, this is the part where every man for himself comes in. Each team member is trying to impress the league to be invited to stay in the city as a permanent member, a permanent team member, and have a life of luxury and fantastic meals and all the companions they want in bed and all that kind of stuff. And most of the time, I'm probably telling way too much of the story. I don't want to ruin it. If anybody wants to look up that movie, Rutger Hauer, The Blood of Heroes.
Free on Prime membership. On Prime.
It's old, so special effects are not that great.
1990.
And directing and acting is what most people would consider B-rate. But I really enjoyed the show. It was a fun watch. But then again, I like full contact sports.
Well, I'll put it on the watch list on Amazon. I can watch it.
Well, I'm getting a decent amount of Eldarium out of this one. Much better than what I was getting out of that one. The game glitches out occasionally and my arrows do absolutely nothing.
I've noticed that. Even for the grenades. Looks like you're hitting them dead on and it misses.
Will never return to your dead.
Like it went right through their head or their chest or something and didn't even,
Very annoying.
like they were invisible,
Alright,
transparent,
indivisible.
not very ethereal or something.
What's the point of being able to crawl up there?
Kill things from above.
These guys shouldn't be that tough. Okay, he's badass looking.
You're probably the last one.
Do we get trapped in here?
Most likely you did. Once he steps off the thing. You don't look back.
Oh, feel trapped either.
An armored werewolf.
Yeah, that's what makes him cool looking. I love the armor on that. Badass
You will
looking.
never return to your dead.
Oh, he went right through my shield.
Like that ascender effect with the shield.
Yeah.
Looked like he was pulling on a werewolf's tail.
Whimper in terror, fools.
I love it. Ooh, he got 11 on it. I accept.
There are chests in this room.
Probably. Maybe I should use a torch and find out.
Maybe.
Maybe I should harvest the boss and find out if he's got anything interesting.
Get a good heart.
You don't harvest bosses. Got it. Don't see any chests.
Maybe they're down in the chamber then.
Maybe. It opens this doorway to be able to get out if you want to go out this way. Well, my character's doing better at following today than he was yesterday, but that was a different map, a different character, so maybe
With
that's the
different
difference.
updates.
Time for a movie, folks.
Pietit rada extension kala.
So
Joketan tuomali jotulosan.
each had access to his
Imunas
belly,
muuta
reverted
aliarada
to old ways,
tiaksaato
habitats each of us made a
mutta.
home on the island.
Vesan tarvan liravata devaita patats. Ilana karnaina talanda. Lirana
Allies claimed the high
taklamila
place, and our Lupine brothers
palasas.
found souls in the hills.
Lilobin
The demonic friends stayed close to the tower and the serpent men.
Lidomonek malana. Taisdin laraminas. Ilasarman sarpant. Isintamon marigrama.
Who knows which dark crevice they slithered into? I love what they did with the voices. There was nothing in that main chest in the last one we found. Somebody must have looted it recently. I thought maybe it just had the seal in it, and they just, you know, and I'd already gotten the seal, so I wasn't going to give it to me again. But
Should refill once the bad guy respawns.
it should have had a bunch of Eldarium in it. See, I got 11 or something like that out of this one. I'm guessing nobody comes down to this one very often. I mean, the puzzles are a bit of a pain, but they're not that bad. Iron! Icor! He's almost 12th level. I made 47.
There's a treehouse.
Yep, somebody's building a treehouse here. That's one of the expansions to be able to get the treehouse.
Yeah.
I could gather some black ice while I'm here.
You could. And some brimstone.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Salt. Wow. I'm guessing the brimstone and the other places would be salt.
Occasionally. You can get salt out of almost anything. Alright folks, I got nature calling me. I need to take a break. This might be a few minutes, so if you're watching the video, feel free to skip forward. or go get yourself some snacks or something. But I will be right back. And we're back. Alright, so I'm pretty full up.
I don't know how the audio stuff works, so I'm just gonna listen to it. I just looked it up just now and figured I was waiting for the dogs. Then I went outside because they kind of scared me. I hadn't been out that long. They were by the bushes. And the snow is just kind of slowly, it's all teeny, and it's slowly falling down. I don't think I've ever seen snow like that before.
Strange.
Yeah.
Triple skulled bear.
The babies.
Triple skull? Did you hear the triple skulled part?
Well, yeah, but it doesn't mean there's not babies out there somewhere.
Run in, grab baby, run out.
Yeah.
See, I dare say that we could not defeat this bear. Alright, dog boy. See if we can take a bear.
Soon my king will taste your throats.
Dare say the answer is no. Alright, instead of trying to get a bear, let's do let's see if we can get a frog. There's my rope.
to go second. Show you the snow. Just barely
Never
missing
return to your
down.
den. What happened to the shark pup? Are yours?
Thought it was fog when I let the dogs go.
Have you nothing better, pup? Whimper in terror, fool. What a shark pup? Are yours? Soon my teeth will taste your throat.
Your dogs went out again. Little bastard.
Will never return to your den. Whimper in terror, fool.
Oh, look, is he just a fighter?
Yeah, it's just a fighter tier 2. He's the third tier 2 I've got, but I figure if I've got extras, if Dog Boy ever falls,
Yeah.
I'm not completely screwed over. Tanner tier 1, Dancer tier 3.
My love of shark pup are yours.
I'll take the Dancer tier 3.
Shark pup. Are yours?
Whimper in terror, fool.
Oh, fuck you.
Have you nothing better, pup? Have you nothing better, pup? What kind of shark pup? Are yours?
Fucker. Shit. I'm almost dead. Dog Boy's almost dead. Ooh, almost lost him. Hi, doggy. Hi, doggy. What's up? What's up? What's up? Ran out of bark. Wood, feathers, and bones. Really don't have a use for bones. Really don't. Why is this a normal armorer's bench instead of an improved armorer's bench? Why is that? I never made the improved? What the hell? That don't make no sense. Branches, wood, feathers, ivory. Sure. Well, bone, brimstone, black ice, flowers, salt. You can have the gold, Darium, and the Ichor. Nobody gets the bugs. Have the iron bars. So we can make truncheons. Sticks. I already put away all my sticks. Aw, doggy dog. What the hell? What? Much. 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 What do you want, doggy? What do you want, doggy? I know you got food. I know you got water. You just came in from outside. The only thing you can run is snuggins. Snuggins. Tinker me this. Tinker me that. Steel vase. Don't. 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 10. 10. I can buff one of them. Just one of them. I'm gonna need one more steel bar. Let you work on my steel bar first. Then I'll give you the iron back. How's that sound? Oh shit. I got to plug my phone in while I was doing this. It's dying. Dying phone. Dying no good. Dying bad. Alright, dog boy, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Well, your strength has gone up, your vitality has gone up. So you're doing pretty good. 1,600 hit points. It's good, it's good, it's good. Got an AC of 241, you got a 271. So we are close to comparable there. Cooked pork rinds. Will you eat cooked pork rinds? Yes, you will. Blood. I can make blood sausages too. Um, Improved armor bench. 150 brick, 50 steel. Got plenty of brick. Just need the steel. Alright. I want that tier 3 performer. Got to have better hit points than you, Mr. Tier 2 fighter. Who are you? Why are you running randomly around naked?
He's running around naked.
Probably an NPC.
When you can subdue and take home.
This is the fighter I knocked out in the first place.
Whimper in terror,
Yeah,
fool.
black tattoo.
He came to.
You have a bigger wheel?
No, but I have 2 wheels.
No.
I stopped dragging him because we encountered a tier 3 dancer, but I had to run away.
Aw, sorry.
She was winning. And my thrall was almost dead.
Well, that's not good.
So we ran. Like little girls. You don't have any food.
Did you lose your thrall? No. It was on the wheel because you had automatically puts in there. God.
There you go. You can start cooking.
You gonna try to get the dancer
I
again?
am. I'm gonna put her on the wheel with the other chick
Yeah.
because I have the master trainer on the other wheel.
I need to find out what I need to do to set up my story to set it up with you. I can do a print one too, apparently.
Sure, why the hell not?
It's probably print on demand, but still.
Alright, dog boy, let's see if we can do this without attracting the attention.
Another one. Unfortunately.
You'll never return to your den.
I just upgraded my truncheons.
Soon my teeth will taste your
Well, you're
throat.
stunning her better.
I'm stunning her better than my thrall is. He's doing a sucky stun job. She was also kicking my ass with the bleed.
Ow, she certainly was.
I need a strong fighter like that. Sure.
And I'd like to see you do a short story though.
Question is, a short story of what? I have several ideas. But nothing fantastic. Guess I can just start out small. Thick leathers. Have I made any thick leathers yet?
And your wife is good at helping you work out a storyline.
I have not made any thick leathers yet. Come on, food, help me regenerate better.
You make your exotic flesh into a meat and need a little more edible.
Yes. Yes. Oh, no. I ran out of fuel for my fire.
Well, you need some more fuel.
Don't tell me what I need. You're not the boss of me.
No, I'm not. Just the wife. Just trying to help.
Oh, that's what they all say. I was just trying to help.
Do they all say they're your wife too?
Don't get mad at me.
I didn't say not to get mad at me.
Some of them say they're my sister, my mother.
Did I say that don't get mad with me? No. I don't give a shit. Do what the fuck you want.
Ooh. I have permission. I didn't really need permission, but I have it. And there's no takebacks. You said it yourself. I can do whatever the fuck I want.
You pretty much do anyway.
Not true.
Well, you know.
There'd be some dead people in the world if I did.
Well, yeah. I would really lights up the house.
Uh-huh. It's a small house. What do you expect? We're not the Ritz. Putting on the Ritz.
I couldn't remember what the first word was. I was going to sing it myself.
Putting on the Ritz. The tune to that is very similar to Istanbul and Constantinople. Been a long time gone, Constantinople.
It's probably the same freaking tune. A lot of songs use the same music. Just saying.
It's nobody's business but the Turks. Oh, 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 Istanbul, Istanbul, Istanbul. Oh, 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 oh.
Terror, fool.
Even old New York was once New Amsterdam. Why they changed it, I can't say. People just liked it better that way. Now there's 4 of them.
Pretty interesting.
Now there's more than 4 of them.
You have to make another wheel?
I might have to kick somebody out of my existing wheel.
They're too busy fighting whatever's over there, apparently.
The bats. There's a lot of Batman out there.
Just run over and see if they're any good.
My teeth will take your throat. Yours. You nothing better, Papa.
Oh, we should just make another wheel. loot them even if they're... Oh, did she die?
Yeah, looks that way.
Looks like that one died too.
That's what I said. I only
No.
had one.
No.
Unconscious.
Oh, maybe not. I thought back then you killed the other guy. You might want to see what he is.
My teeth will taste your throat.
Taskmaster 1.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose I could
There's
use them
another
in the other
person.
one.
There's another person over there. There's no bats. Oh, there's a couple people over there.
Are you sure you're not looking at stumps?
Yeah, because they were moving around by the tree. They weren't standing still. But maybe it was that guy and he moved while you were killing stuff.
You're unconscious fast.
For tier 1. What was he named?
Cannibal Schmick, German. Pretty sure that means cannibal. Which are the Dafari? So he's a Dafari Smith. For some reason, when they die, their language is reverting to German instead of English. Which doesn't make any sense to me, but there you have it. Okay, you can have your shit back.
No, does he have another? Oh, did the thing go away?
It went away. No more are gonna spawn. I could run over to that one. See if I can find anything interesting. And if I get a tier 4, I'm kicking somebody out of a wheel. I'm not used to one showing up right there. I haven't seen one show up right there before. Of course, that might actually be
Player made one.
a different kind. Yeah, player made one. It actually spawns monsters instead of people.
It's supposed to be both.
It's deceptive how far away that is.
Well, you must be getting closer. It's getting dark. Spooky. Good, good, bad scene. Oh, it's glowing girl blew off the trees. Is it in the middle of the water?
I
Is it
think
ground?
it's further away than all of that. I think it's much further than I have explored. I think it is trying to lead me on a goose chase.
Shows up on the map, doesn't it?
Maybe that's the main one that's over the city. In the center of the island.
Look on the map.
And maybe it's just looking different today.
Where?
I'm right here.
So,
So this one's pretty close. That one looks like it's straight over here. But it could be over here.
could be on the other side of the continent.
Could be. Could be just about anything.
So where's the one they actually saw that was supposed to be there?
Exactly, that's it.
Oh, so the one that's is actually sort of near you is that one?
The one on the map that was sort of near me is right over here. looks like it has gone away as well. Or it's behind those mountains and I can't see it. Oh, there it is.
Oh, it's the whirlwind smoke-looking thing.
Yes.
It looks like it's on fire, too.
No. Your definition of fire is skewed.
I saw yellow. Orange.
That's just the bottom of the portal. That's where the strangers pop out.
Can't tell if it's a person or a critter.
It's a person.
Behind a rock. In front of a rock. He's just gonna shoot Archer. Apparently, where'd he go?
He disappeared.
And somebody else dropped down.
He disappeared and reappeared. What are you? Tier 1 Archer.
You will never
No
return to your
thanks.
den.
That looks scary.
Well, if he's the skulled one, he's scary.
It's a big ass werewolf.
Werewolf.
Are yours?
He's a
My
Yeti.
teeth will taste your throat. Wither in terror, fool.
My thrall has bludgeoning shit, so.
Yeah, that would be really good. And there's a spider there.
Nasty ass spider, too.
Will taste your throat.
Is that a bear?
It looks like somebody's pet.
Oh, pets too, so somebody defend you.
Yep, somebody to defend me. Sorry, dog boy, didn't mean to put you in that situation.
You can go kill a Yeti.
Sure. Technically, I'm trying to get thralls, but if Yeti and Cat are going to get in my way, I'll split them down the middle.
He looks dead.
Oh. I'm going to take a wild guess that he is. That cat ripped him to shreds, apparently. Where's my Skinner?
He wants some skinny.
What's fur? And thick hides. It's the only way for me to get thick hides right now is Yetis. And bears.
Oh, there's a person. Oh,
Two
that's the same
persons.
archer. Oh, one's dead though.
That's the archer I knocked out.
Oh.
He'll wake up in 10 minutes after I knock him out. 10 minutes from the time I knock him out, he wakes up.
About another 5 minutes.
Something like that. Let's see if I can attract these guys without jumping into the middle of the spawn. Alchemist, tier 1.
Don't need the neon.
You'll never return to your den. I bought the shark pup. Are yours?
I don't really need the Alchemist, he's only a tier 1.
Yeah, true. Maybe I'll throw it down. Somebody else just. Oh, shit.
That's what happens, you clear out these and more drop.
Like 6, 5.
Lots. 5, I see. A little too much for me to handle, to knock out.
They're all coming. All tier 1s?
Spear user.
Bought the shark pup. Are yours?
Don't tell me you guys killed Dogboy. That would piss me off.
My teeth will taste your throat.
Whimper in terror, fool.
See me and tremble! Better pop.
Are yours?
Hi, some bitches.
You might want to give him some of the. Oh, you haven't got it cooked. You haven't got it with you yet.
Nope, don't have it in me.
You want to check the other bodies?
I have this one. He just ate it. As soon as I gave it to him.
Oh, at least he's healing faster. Check the other bodies.
What other bodies? There's just the one. The rest of them disintegrated instantaneously.
Whimper in terror, fool.
Some callous.
If they don't do this, they'll stand right back up and attack you.
Can't say you're not callous.
Oh my god.
Time to leave. That's probably how he put another cloud up.
Well, I've never actually seen one created before, so that's interesting.
Somebody's coming up behind you.
That's my thrall,
Oh, I thought there was
and that's a deer. Deer.
Does that mean that everyone's going away now?
That already went away.
You need one of those pets.
They won't help me knock people out.
Guard your fucking house.
From what? This island doesn't have surges. Purges.
Well,
Two similar names to two different things. It's confusing me. Surges are purges are surges are purges. Well, that kind of sucks. Eye spider. Eye spider. Not the rock.
I haven't seen any babies.
Dead. Dead. Loot. Dead.
Oh, those are the ones that disappeared.
Whimper in terror, fool.
Why does this feel like the wrong way?
Where are you going?
Home?
Because your house is more that way, isn't it?
A lot more.
Whimper in terror, fool. Yeah!
That is so creepy to watch.
Yes.
The whole Cthulhu effect.
Looks like it's right by your house.
Looks like it's close, yes.
Who's your dog boy?
Uh-huh.
You're still
He
going the
was a
wrong way.
bad boy. Damn, I ran far. I've lost my way.
Maybe you'll find some babies.
How about baby fawns?
I don't think they're gonna help you much.
Put them in my animal pen and they occasionally drop steaks.
Seriously?
That would be nice. It'd be like, you know, you have a deer farm. And you're just raising venison. It's the only reason I can see to have a baby fawn. Alright, so I've explored 2 of the vaults, gotten some things, done some stuffs.
Cold, dude.
I do need it, actually. I've been ignoring that need.
Something else had that wrong. See those slightly shiny spots on coal?
Uh-huh.
That's what I'm used to the entire coal looking like. It's all shiny and glossy like that.
I'm used to coal looking like soot. Hardened soot.
Shark pup. Yours? You nothing better, pup.
What's that?
So far it's been bone meal every time, which I don't really have a use for. Could do some gardening, I suppose. Game freeze.
What's up, Kodo?
Kodo. The Kodo Meister. Kodo. The Kodo Meister. Hi. Hi. What you need? Huh? Huh? Should we not?
That sounds like one just appeared
Sure,
practically above your head.
They always sound close like that for some reason. But they aren't. Or maybe they are and they just, there's no way to know. Oh yeah, I needed to make more gruel for the 2 guys that I'm spawning.
Now we can go.
Okay, so you can have my furs. I need some bark.
Like a big kiss.
Love you.
Okay.
Have a good night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll work on the short story, make sure it's good enough. Maybe tomorrow I'll see what I need to do to publish it.
Maybe I'll go to bed early.
Get up earlier than I expected.
Yeah. Yeah, there is that.
Maybe find some routes for tomorrow.
There's one that popped up at 5:30.
Or
4.5 that I could have gotten done. But it was 4:15 at the time, and I didn't have any contact or anything. So I would have had to rush, and no guarantee I could have made it down there during rush hour. Wait, Sunday. I might have been able to make it, but I wasn't awake yet. So they're offering them. I just need to make sure to get up early enough to check, so I can start scheduling them for when we get off work.
1 o'clock Thursday and Friday, 11:30. Saturday I work late.
Okay. Night. Okay. Propose. Propose. What you need? What you need? Alright, folks. Feeling kind of tired. And I feel like I'm not going to be very good company at the moment. So I think I'm going to end the stream here. Thank you to everybody for joining me. Hope you enjoyed the show. Feel free to stop by anytime. If you want to support the channel, there's a donate and a merch button down there. You can also use the links for going to Humble Bundle, getting cheap games, software, music bundles to support charity and support this stream. You can use the link to go visit Amazon, and even if it's not on my list of suggested things, anything you might buy off of Amazon might support the stream as well. So there's always that option, and we will catch you next time. So peace out.